behind macking me. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me along today to film your run session.
Thank you for joining and having an inside look on how it is.
It's time for a squad elite to join the Norwegian hype train.
Correct. And you all already joined us.
Yeah.
Pushing the pace 3 hours on the bike.
Kristian made it nice and hard just right before this run session.
Yeah, so
everyone's legs are nice and soft.
So we had a VO2 session in the pool this morning, and then 3 hours steady on the bike, and now we are running off full by 2k and full by 1k at threshold. So we run about up to Pyrénées 2000, and we turn around there and then go back again and try to stay within our lactate zone.
And how often will you take the lactate throughout this session?
I guess after the first one, and probably third one, and then if it's fine, it's normally fine for the rest of the session.
Okay.
So depends on your numbers.
Yeah.
And also now we just got our coach up here, which makes it a lot easier to take the lactate.
Yeah.
If you're on our own, especially on a bike session, it's a bit of a hassle to take out the meter and do the measurement, but now it's super easy to just hop up to him and he fixes everything.
And so there might be someone watching who has recently got 2 free lactate monitors. So if you're that person, they want them back.
Yeah. Someone got the better of us on the session and stole our lactate monitors, so super annoying. But we still managed to do our training without it. So if you have any athlete that you are suspicious on, please leave a comment below and we will hunt them down. Or you, the lactate thief. We'll see. You find them.
Turn here. And in this session, will you guys run like individually to your own lactate, or do you normally run as a group together?
It's lactate based.
Yeah.
So as long as we stay within the intensity we should, we try to stay together.
Okay.
But normally, like especially in altitude, in the first half of the camp, I don't feel the altitude too much, and Gustav feels it more. So you often have to go a little bit more careful out. But it's a threshold session for both.
Yeah.
So if my lactate gets too high, I'll have to slow down. Today is the last day of our 4-day cycle.
Okay.
So tomorrow is a rest day. We have had 3 tough days now in a row with quite a lot of volume. So then we'll often feel quite tough, and the lactate will maybe lower than the feeling.
Yeah.
So normally it's more about pushing through and getting the lactate up.
Yeah, so it's not always, the lactate doesn't always hold you back. It sometimes is actually, you have to push harder to get to where you need to be.
Yeah, correct. So the fresher you are, the easier lactate will kind of get up. So this is more a session where you will probably feel harder, I would say.
Yeah.
So on the cycle it's often like first day lactate hold you back, second day like you kind of feel like it's correct, and the third day the lactate kind of pushes you over what you thought you were able to do. And then you reset every 4th day.
And why are you guys doing the session on the road and not the track today?
Well, it's nice to run on tarmac, that's where we race on, and I like to mix it up. So here we have, it's about 2k, so it's not like I'm overlook too much and compare the times too much.
Yeah.
But it's nice to mix it up, and it's nearby.
Yeah.
Not that the track is too far away, but it's harder surface, which is nice for the lower calf to just train up the calf muscles.
Yeah.
So I will try to get through as much of the session without putting on the Metaspeed Sky shoes.
Yeah.
Just to really harden up the legs.
So is that why you guys don't train as much in carbon shoes?
I think today for me I'm gonna do the whole session in carbon shoes.
Okay.
So I don't feel that good at the moment. Some videographer broke me on the bike
bike ride, so
I'm not taking the blame for that one.
you have to take the blame. You see, I got a KOM downhill.
Downhill?
In my TT bars.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have internet, so I've not been on Strava to look.
Oh, okay. I'll let the stars to show. You don't want to make us look ugly.
You know, we got returning Sweat Elite all-timer.
Yeah. Camo appearance, third time. I know you're all here for me. So here we go.
I think, Kristian, you're our first individual Olympic champion on Sweat Elite as well.
Am I?
I think. We've had the mixed relay, the gold medalist.
Georgia.
But never...
You have had a few world champions, I
some
guess.
world champions, yeah.
Probably the first Ironman world champion.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
So it's a big day.
It's an honor.
Really
It's an
wanted
honor.
Joe Skipper though. The channel really wanted to film Joe Skipper.
Yeah, it's just because Joe's not here.
My name is Olav, or Olav Aleksander Bu. I'm the coach and scientist for Kristian and Gustav. And we are here in Font Romeu preparing for some short distances, but also longer, or let's say the last long course triathlon for some time as well, Kona, coming up in October.
And with the lactate testing stuff, you guys are like quite well known for that now.
Yeah.
And how often do you test for a full profile that you can use in training?
Normally I would do, normally sometimes I do smaller profile, or other time like full profiles. But I would say, and depending also a little bit on what kind of training we do, because if we are into a block with very special interventions, then I do more regular. If it's a very stable block, then it can be a little bit more time between, but let's say on average every 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing is, like, the Norwegians, you guys are known for doing a lot of volume in training. So it's understandable to set the intensity, you use the lactate. But how do you decide when you look at a program, you know, how much volume is enough, and how do you really push to that limit? Because that's a harder thing to do with the lactate, isn't it? Or what metrics do you use to decide on volume?
So lactate is more a tool to inform about the metabolism.
Yeah.
So how much are you getting from the glycolysis, but you need to also know a few other things as well, in addition just to making the lactate measurement. And then what I normally look at is more, when I use lactate, is more to see a shift in leftward, or let's say whether the concentration goes up or down, and how it moves with other metrics. But for the volume itself, I don't use lactate to inform about volume, how much volume is or when is too much, when is too little. Lactate is more about knowing the, let's say, instead of the volume, is more about the intensity.
Yeah.
What kind of intensity do we do on the different sessions based on the need of the athlete?
Okay.
To put it another way, the way I use lactate is more to inform about power. Where do we want to stay metabolically, power-wise, or speed, and then, for example, if I know there's an athlete that I need to raise, for example, a little bit more the glycolytic system up, then of course I want to target higher values normally. If I want to have an athlete, I need to bring it down, I need to bring down the glycolytic power, then typically I would normally target a specific value and more extend the sessions a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Upside down?
Oh yeah, it's because I was doing it when I was... It's been a long day already.
This is the wind. This is the wind, yeah.
Is there a difference between the...
Yeah, of the commercial ones, this one is the best one.
Okay.
Yeah. Or probably also maybe only the one you can get at the moment.
Okay.
So, but we have some, because I...
Prototype ones?
Yeah, because I work together with Stride.
Okay.
So we have some ones that we also collect, quite a lot of other metrics too. So,
Okay.
Have you been using them in training then with the guys?
For I started work with Stride already in 2014.
Okay.
I think so. We used them the whole last Olympic cycle from Rio into Tokyo. So we use them for quite some while, and I have monthly meetings with them, or even weekly meetings with the leadership guys or the founders of Stride 2, where we are breaking down data and so on, because we are even looking at interventions with different shoes, but also now looking to actually maybe start creating a new shoe too, which is optimized perfectly for triathletes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And in training with this Stride, was that mainly used for like the hills, or how did you? Is it to measure efficiency as well?
No. Yeah, efficiency. So efficiency, but also for power, for use it for intensity.
Yeah.
But then also because you get a lot of biomechanical information from the system.
And is the foot the best place to have that? Because I know like you have someone heart rate strap as well. The foot is definitely the best place.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like, for example, because if you put it up here, you are introducing too much noise or too much dampening into the system, and you really want to measure where it happens. So the Stride, from all the sensors I've been using and testing and so on of the power meters for running, Stride is absolutely the best one. That's why we ended up working with them. But also one thing that I find very interesting with it is that when we did in-house validation of the system, it's equally consistent as power meter on the bike.
Wow. Okay.
So we have more or less the same accuracy. It tracks so perfectly accurate, and it's quite funny to think that it does it only by knowing your weight. But of course, on the one side, it's also a little bit obvious.
You wear them?
Du har en kald pose som hänger under et eller annet på skoen. Den som tog opp nå. We have more or less within 1 to 2% accuracy.
Wow,
so
that's really impressive.
It's really impressive actually. So they've done an amazing job there. But for example, from one run session now, for example, when Gustav and Kristian now are using the research ones that I have, we normally from a run session like this, I would accumulate a couple of gigabytes of data, biomechanical data. So it's massive. But you can imagine when you have also that much data, it's
you can take draw a lot of inference.
That's one, but it's also quite a lot of work. So,
Just in case.
Okay.
It's good to have them ready in case I need them, you know.
Yeah.
If you start to run too fast.
Yeah.
That's supposed to slow you down.
I will try to use this one as long as possible.
Yeah.
So. Whew. Tremåling. Free measurement. See the status quote.
Are you wearing carbon for the full session, Gustav?
Yeah. I'm weak today, as always. No, I'm trying to Yo! At 1 at casino! Tomorrow! It's a rest day tomorrow! We waited for 30 seconds for you!
A rest day already?
Yeah.
You've hardly done any training.
Yeah.
Ever.
I know. Yesterday was just like a pizza day. Yeah. Today it's film day, media day. Yeah, we had some awful guests over for pizza yesterday.
You had?
Yeah, they were noisy.
But why do you invite awful guests?
In the
first
They
place?
invited themselves.
It was like a mistake. It was a mistake.
Don't take Aaron's Lactate, it's still a 3 from the bike.
Yeah. 3.4. 2 minutes later. 2 minutes after.
1.8.
Jeg har fått dog-måleren fra dag 1, jeg.
Har du det?
Yes.
Det er presisjonsinstrument.
Da må de...
Så det var veldig spesielt.
Da må vi velge venninja for ny.
You're gonna have to put captions on.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to learn some Norwegian. You guys can hide all the secrets.
Yeah.
You know the best thing is, I was sitting here in a meeting, Google meeting, and then you can use translation there, but it doesn't support Norwegian yet. So if you use it on English caption when people are speaking Norwegian, it's impossible to stay serious in the meeting.
Redwood.
Veldig. Jeg er dårlig i magen.
Glad. 6:31 after 2K on the GPS.
Nei, rett inn der. Men jeg vet ikke hva laktaten er da, siden den var ganske høy i sted.
Ja, men det er jo sikkert et oppvarming.
Ja, men det var rolig oppvarming.
Kjøttet ikke produsert?
Ken?
1,8!
Now you can get extremely accurate air data on
Ta på neste, Kristian. Ja, okay. Royle. Yes. You want one now? It's free now.
Yeah, go on.
Now it's.
Let's see. Let's see.
Maybe I don't want to know.
The people want to know.
I don't need to tell you.
Only if it's below.
You know, last year when
What time
we
was
were
that one,
training,
Kristian?
6:28 at the 2K on the GPS.
So very similar to that.
Yeah, a little bit faster. So I'll try to stay.
measurement ever in her life. You remember, Kristian?
Yeah, when you did it, she did a bike with you, no?
No, that was on the track running. So she was running together with Lotte.
Okay.
So, but obviously, you could immediately see that she is a good runner.
Yeah.
Aaron, 2.1. Good.
Okay, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Contest?
Same time again?
Yes, more or less, just under
Ja, det var nødt.
3:15. So yeah, it's good, feeling good.
Is that like a normal pace you would run for your threshold? Is it normally around the...
From 3:20 to 3-minute pace.
Yeah.
Depends on the day and the shoes.
Yeah.
So I could have
How many seconds a K do you reckon for the shoes?
7 maybe.
Okay.
So
So same pace for the 1Ks?
A little bit faster, I guess, because it's shorter duration.
Yeah.
And also we don't have to do the 180 degrees turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So some 3 seconds there.
Looks like a hungry dog. The dog.
Give him the dunk yard.
Yeah.
Dog or bark. I think that was faster on the way up than we did the other ones.
What was that for
3:15, but it's quicker down.
Okay, yeah.
It's probably going to be like 3:05 at the same intensity down.
20 seconds.
15. So,
Only 3 more.
good memories. We stayed here the first time
Yeah.
when we were in Font Romeu
What year was that?
on the
14.
balcony. 2014. 3, 2, 1. Last one, fast one. One more to go. Downhill.
Sensitive enough to pick that up, probably.
Okay. Okay.
We're good, same pace?
Yeah, 3:13.
And what was
So-
the downhill one?
3:04
Okay, so there's a
after
big
1K.
difference
So I
in
guess
the-
it's
Yeah,
equal to like 3:10 out and up and back.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm getting a bit longer. Yeah. I think your Garmin's out 2 to 1.
yeah, I think it's a little bit long.
It's a
Yeah.
bit long. Yours
Yeah.
is long, yeah.
Yeah, mine is long too.
Yeah. No, mine's fine.
Yeah, mine is long.
Yeah, yours is fine. Well, yours is long.
this is a gate from in there.
Done.
12k.
Big day. One for the viewers.
I don't care about the viewers.
Somebody stole my plane.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gustav is measuring the lowest lactate of them all.
Yeah, but
Every
that
single
was not
time.
the problem today.
But still, he doesn't turn up to the front.
No, the problem was not the lactate, it was the stomach today.
He's sneaky, he's spying on the number.
Yeah, we told him. So
Yeah, but that's okay.
I had 2-4 on the second last one. 4.
I had a brief ID here too, actually.
You are?
I had a brief ID while I was sitting here getting some time to think of a little bit. Because one thing actually that would be very nice to do is that still sports tech in the world is just a result of that we are getting, okay, we are driving of course the game, but it's still so limited to what we could have done across if you more or less created a forum where all nations come on board and just say, okay, what do we really want to achieve with the technology? What do we want to measure? And then basically some nations said, we are really into this, okay? And then all the nations go together and put leverage on the supplier to say, okay, these guys now will be driving that. The same way that, for example, okay, we are really interested in this now. And then we basically enable the technology in that field. It doesn't mean necessarily that you have to disclose how you use the technology, but it's more about putting a real pressure on the suppliers on saying that this is what we want to do and creating some kind of forum where you get people to meet maybe once, twice a year.
Collaboration a bit.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in theory it sounds nice, no, but to get everyone to collaborate like that.
Yeah, I think you can get some nations on board to start doing it, but I think it's tough to get everybody on board, of course. Yeah. So some will be much more secretive and so on, but but we are very open with everyone. So that's we
are very open with the ones or the things we can tell. So that we're super open with the things we're open with.
But that's the trick, you know. It's always to be.
Oh, it's so open.
Very open, but then you
Right.
so you.
But then we have a chat on the dark web.
And then you turn your power off Strava.
Yeah.
That caused a bit of a
rocket fuel.
A lot of haters.
No,
So yeah, that was that session.
That's also more that
because he just
I
doesn't have
think
a
it's
parameter.
not. I think it's not fair.
Yeah.
The parameters just
that
doesn't work.
businesses like Strava and others are capitalizing or monetizing
Good
on
session,
other
actually.
people's information.
Happy.
Yeah.
If they paid for it, then
No
it would be
lactates?
something different, but they don't.
Yeah, and I was feeling, on the ride today I had a bit upset stomach. I actually had to drop you. And then I caught up again and I was a bit struggling, so I put on some cheating shoes and staying in the back, and then the stomach just survived.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lactate was really good. The feeling was okay, especially considering how long this cycle has been.
Yeah.
So
How long have you been doing this for now? Like
yeah, so now it's been 3 hours, the third day with a hard swim run on 2 days ago, hard bike yesterday, and hard swim run today, plus a 3-hour ride. So quite a lot of volume and intensity. So yeah, really pleased.
And how do you find the altitude for you? Like, do you struggle or?
Yeah, I usually struggle quite a bit. Now I'm getting into it, so this is about day 10, I think. So now I'm quite into it. Also, this isn't that high. This is about 797 something. So yeah, 1700 something.
Yeah.
So it isn't that bad. But I actually struggled a bit. We rode a bit higher to 2002 today, and then I started noticing it. And it's about like at 2000 I really started to notice it. So at 1700 it's okay.
Find how much lower your pace is at altitude when you do these threshold sessions versus at sea level?
Oh, it really depends. Like in Sierra Nevada, I can go like sometimes 20 seconds slower per K.
Okay, well.
But sometimes it's not that as big of a difference. So for me, like the technique it's really deteriorating around like 320. Then efficiency drops quite low. So over 320 it's usually quite good. But when I first start to drop like under 320, then the cadence slows down, the breathing slows down, everything slows down. So then it's
So if it gets really slow, would you ever like stop a session, or are you always going to finish?
it depends. It depends on the reason why it's slow. If I'm really tired or feeling ill, then obviously I would stop. If just the lactate is high, I will try to slow down and try to build up again if that works. If not, I would just call it a day. Yeah.
On the back of here.
Yeah.
Do you run back to the house or
Back
here?
Back here.
Back here. Okay.
Or do you want to go home?
No, I can. I can. How long? That's 10. No, that's 10 minutes.
15.
15. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's a sun. It's a sunny day.
Yeah.
Well,
You just about hung on, Aaron?
just about. Could still see him in the distance. Light work, easy work. No, not really.
Do you feel Norwegian yet?
A little bit. What can I say in Norwegian?
Again, hamburger.
Egen hamburger. I'm a hamburger?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's
That's 3 languages I can say I'm in hamburger. Washing a hamburger.
You can definitely say it in French as well.
Yeah, and hamburger.
You drink beer like that?
No, I don't drink much beer.
Did you take on any nutrition or anything during the run session?
Yeah, I took a Morton 320
Yeah.
and a bar afterwards, but I also used the bike to get some nutrition in, so I was kind of refilling as I was going. So practicing nutrition before the run. So this was the last day of a kind of 4-day cycle. So tomorrow is a rest day, and I guess we will then drive down to Lactate and do a combined open water swim and run tomorrow, like an hour of each, easy. And then it's 3 days in a row again with some intensity and volume, and yeah, it's feeling good. This is our 12th day in altitude, 11. So yeah, coming into a good rhythm now, and not the fastest session we have done. It's still kind of rusty after doing the longer stuff, focusing on stretching out like for Ironman pace.
Yeah.
So feel like responding more like from session to session,
Yeah.
which is nice, and also quite joyful to be back at doing some more intensive stuff.
Yeah.
So the next 2 months is more kind of Olympic distance training, you can call it, before we go back again to Ironman volume and distance and race specific session going into Hawaii. Because if you only do long distance, then I guess we will kind of just get slower and slower and slower, and the roof of our peak performance will get too low before October.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also it's nice to have a little bit of leg speed also,
Yeah,
because it
turn the legs over.
gets the confidence back up again.
Do you do some faster reps on the track then as well? In
No,
preparation, or
We did some 400s.
Depends what you call fast. I did a 65 last 400.
Okay.
Again, that,
fast for triathlon then, not fast for.
it's, I wouldn't say fast for triathlon, but rusty but nice.
Yeah.
I thought Gustav did 64. Did you? Yeah, I did 64.
But
I got 64 in mine.
He started with a bigger gap and he finished in my feet.
Yeah.
So the last 2 strides I had him on my heels. So, and I was waiting for him to come past me. And as I was going through the last corner, I was trying to go wide. I was going wide.
That was day 1 in the cycle, so better not be too. Yeah.
You made it to the end of the cycle.
Made it to the end, and
Go again.
10 more day-ish on camp before leaving for Canadian Open, 100k race total. So it would be nice to have a little bit more speed until that race.
And I'm praying for my wildcard selection still for Canadian Open. So Sam Renouf, if you're watching this, please let me in. Please, come on. When's this going to be uploaded?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
As soon, once I get Wi-Fi, I don't know when that will
Yeah, Charles Adamo, Sam, come on, have me, please.
We need some. Oh, in the field, you know, up front. That's your wheel, mate.
Yeah,
be. You need someone in case cows are on the course.
yeah,
Deal
exactly.
with
Yeah,
them, you know?
there's not much southern hemisphere representation, I don't think, in this race. So, or Aussie, maybe there's Apo and Burkle. That's about it.
Yeah, and everyone is giants.
giant. That's true, actually. Yeah.
We need more people on KDEX out there in the field. So representing KDEX.
But how about that picture, and we can get going?
Yeah, let's go. Hopefully we'll join you for some more sessions of swim and bike at some point.
That'd be good.
In the next few days as well.
And maybe a hike.
Maybe a hike as well.